Every time you sit here, we know we are bringing you something juicy, something hot. This is What They Happen. My name is King Kwaku Mensah. And today, somebody say today, we're about to discuss a topic that I know has been buzzing on social media. I don't do this alone. You know I come with people's sage.
Kwame. Did you say people Sage? See, my name is Kwame Sage.
Are you not people
Sage? People. No, that's someone's brand. I don't want to bring that here. That's my good friend's brand.
Martin.
Yeah, so that's people's Martin, but this is Kwame Sage. Kwame, keep it like Kwame Sage. Yeah, the brand, man.
Kwame Sage is here, and we're not alone. We came with two pretty, very opinionated ladies. You know her to be a former queen, social media's very own sweetheart, the biggest to ever do this. Big Grassette is a guest on What They Happen today. Big Grassette has to say. How are you?
Me who you announce where?
What is Canary?
David. Mindy. Yeah, invested.
Who invested? Okay. When the returns come, then you
sure.
Remember me in prayers.
Oh, it's TV3. I will never forget TV3.
Okay. Kwame, who do you have on your other hand?
I have Miss Risa. Sweet. Actually, you know.
I don't ferry and
as I'm referring, the name is Fedodo, you know.
Risa, what's up?
I'm fine, kid.
Today, the conversation is simple. In a relationship, and I'm sure you're in a relationship, yes. You can explain. No?
Oh, okay, she's not. Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Did you know?
Oh, yeah, it's obvious, man.
It's obvious?
Yeah, it's obvious.
Oh.
You know, when it comes to people like her life is on social media.
Yeah. So am I living under a rock or something? Because I didn't know.
No, but like it has been the news like that.
Yeah.
But she's doing well. Look at her, please.
Yeah, she's glowing.
She's glowing.
Krobo is shining.
It's glittering.
So all of you are or have been in a relationship before. Let me ask you, the concept of 50-50.
I'm single, but let's say
You've never been in a relationship.
No, I've never
before.
been in a relationship.
You're a virgin.
I said I've never been in a relationship.
She has not been.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm all clean.
Okay. All clean.
Oh.
I like that. Right, so we understand. But the concept of 50-50 in a relationship, do you think it is something that is realistic? Or it's just a daydream that we all say? We wish it would happen, but not everyone will actually keep a 50-50 relationship. Let me start with you, Risa.
So just elaborate. If you say 50-50, in what context? In what sense?
Because
being in a relationship is 50-50. It's a partnership. In a way.
So when it comes to responsibilities, when it comes to financial burden, when it comes to chores, when it comes to do's and don'ts,
maintenance and all
that. Rules and regulations, everything concerning relationship. We'll take it one after the other, but the whole, everything in full, in its entirety, do you think it's something of a reality?
I think it's not really necessarily a 50-50, but it's more of a partnership, as we said earlier. It's more of a collaboration.
Okay.
So help me when I fall short somewhere. You support each other one way or the other.
In modern
Ghana. But it's not like a key thing that it should be 50-50. If you say it's 50-50, it's like if it's not left, it's right.
It's right.
You know, and that can't work in relationships or companionship in a way. So it's more of helping each other, supporting each other. So I won't go with a 50-50, but it could be 70-30 because both of you know your weakness, you know your strength. So that's help yourselves one way or the other.
So who is taking the 70 or who is taking the 30?
It could be the male, it could be the female.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be both, anybody.
Kwame.
Well, I feel with this topic, when it comes to this, most people are gender biased. They feel men should be 70
should do more.
And ladies taking 30. But she said it's supposed to be a partnership thing. 50-50, fine. But when I'm short of, certain privilege as a man or as a partner, then you give back. In a typical Ghanaian setting, we are very, very clinged to those beliefs of the man is the head of the house, so he should do this and that. But I feel now, I'm seeing it on social media, ladies are also taking positions gone are the days that this topic is discussed with our parents, that ladies are always in the kitchen trying to, support women. But now we've made things clear. Women are taking positions and they are trying to change that narrative, which I think is okay. But then it should be based on who we are dealing with. Some people are not generous enough to even spare their money with you. When it talks to, let me talk about the ladies. Some of them
because you are the man here.
No, not because I'm
it's
the
obvious.
man.
No, not really.
You know when he started,
really.
he said he will be gender biased when it comes to this. So I understand where he's coming from.
Yes, I just want to make it clear that this is what a time made it. But they are trying. They are trying. So it should be 50-50 depending on who. If I'm generous enough, I can even choose to give mine all 100%.
If you are generous enough. Interesting.
So it depends on the partner.
It depends on the partner.
Oh, okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Big research. How about you? Over 50-50 or you do 100% or 70-30, 90-10?
Well, I just heard the ladies say that it's supposed to be a partnership. It's supposed to be a 50-50 something. But I wouldn't necessarily agree on a 50-50. I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, you should give in your all, like your 100%. Do you understand? So I'm more like that type. Do you understand? When I'm in a relationship, I want to give my 100%. So I don't necessarily care about what society thinks or feels. If I am capable, of course, why not? If my man is capable, why not? And like Kwame Sage rightly said, you should. I think when you are choosing a partner, you should look for someone who is, kind, someone who has empathy and sympathy. Because someone can have it, but because they don't have empathy, they are not going to help you when you fall short. So with me, I deal with 100%. I'm giving in my all. I expect you to give in your all. Yes.
Have there been any instance where you've given your all in a relationship and then the other party did not really match your energy, so you decided to pull back and do maybe lesser of what you were doing?
Well, personally, I feel that was how I was brought up, I remember my first boyfriend when I was in senior high school. So I dated this guy from senior high school till somewhere 2020. Do you understand? And he was someone because I pictured him as like my future husband. So I felt like he was my last stop. So I was giving him my all. I remember when he was in school, I was helping him in terms of he had to buy books, provisions and stuff. But at the end of the day, it didn't match up to it got to a time, I remember, there was this time that I went up to him, I was like, you are so stingy, why? I'm done. And he came to me and he knelt and was like, Grace, I beg you, don't let money come between. I was like, no, it's not really about the money, but I want you to match my energy. Do you understand? I'm doing stuff for you. I see stuff and I feel like it's going to look nice on you. I get it for you. I expect you to do the same. In as much as I don't expect that because I'm being kind to someone, they should reciprocate that. But it's just nice sometimes. And like you said, and then the other relationship, it was actually the same. Do you understand? But I wouldn't talk about that one too much because it's quite sensitive. So yeah, it was the same. Sometimes people's energy don't match up to yours, and then you feel like you're all alone in the relationship. It's like you're doing everything alone. And sometimes you the woman, you end up being masculine. Like you're a woman, but you're masculine because
duties of a man,
you understand, because the man isn't taking up his duties. Instead of him to, plan dates and stuff, like he isn't doing, you're the one doing the work all the times. And sometimes it becomes hard. And when, it gets to a point where, you want to make certain decisions. And then if this man was being a man, like he was being a man enough, he's been an alpha. The alpha that is supposed to be.
Alpha
male.
I know that.
You understand? Sometimes it makes certain decision easy.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because I feel like after all, it's not doing this, it's not doing that. So, do you understand? So so giving your 100%.
I think it's
100%.
not necessarily he being an alpha male, because I feel it's more of intentionality.
Yeah.
If the guy is intentional about you, and if a guy loves you,
he'll
go all out.
No,
for you.
I don't think it's about a guy loving you or anything like that. I feel like that's how some people are built naturally.
No.
They are just self-centered.
I
They
would
think
disagree.
about themselves alone. They don't think. You know,
If
there's
it's
something
not in the
like
person's
that.
nature to
Yes.
do,
It makes
Because they
sense.
even do it to their family.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
find
okay.
such men doing the same to their siblings, their mothers, their brothers, and stuff like that.
So you shouldn't expect the same thing.
It's not like he doesn't love you or anything like that. That's how they are built.
I
Yeah.
feel
Okay.
it's depending on how you started the whole
Relationship.
Facts.
Deducing from what he said, you said that your first one you did this, and because of that, they know you are giving. Trust me, we some boys they take advantage.
Because we've
So after
given
they
so
give
much that we
that-
also want someone to give to us.
You understand? And our
So when
system
we
is
see
not
it,
healthy.
Yeah. And I mean, we are human.
We are
Because
human.
the more you give, it gets
We
to
are
a point
becoming
you get
very,
tired.
very,
Yes.
So you also want to receive. But you know, when you said guys sometimes take advantage of it, I agree because it also depends on how the whole talking stage and the relationship
When-
was founded
yes.
on.
Yes.
You know, the way you grow the seed is how it will
will-
germinate.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Barefoot.
No, it
Actually,
will.
I
it's
remember my
true.
first boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
The first time he met me, this guy would actually give me money.
Yes.
Okay.
He was a DB. He's a DB. Do you
Yeah.
understand? He would leave Sakumono all the way to Dansuman, and then he would bring me stuff, gifts, money.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But then I feel like the more we grew, he was more focused on his future because we both felt like we were going to marry each other. So he was more focused on, our future, he doesn't want when we start having kids, we are now going to struggle and stuff like that. So I realized that it was more focused on his future and making something for himself. But I also felt like, in as much as you didn't want me to leave, you should be able to reciprocate because I also have responsibilities. We all have responsibilities.
So,
but then,
Grace, you remember what you said? When you post started, he was giving it to you.
yeah.
Then later on, he stopped. You get it? So that's what I'm saying. It's based on how you people built the foundation of your relationship. When he started, if he wasn't giving you, you won't have felt the way you felt. That he wasn't reciprocating that 100% energy. Do you get? So it's the way you start the whole thing. And as I said, it's like planting a seed. The way you build, you plant a seed, water it and everything will determine whether it will germinate and become like a fruit, flowers, and whatever it is. So I feel it's also from that basis. If the guy is telling you a lot of things that you want to hear, you'll be expecting that from the guy.
Yes.
But if the guy gives it to you straight from the onset, see, I'm building in my future. I also want to get to A, B, and C. You also want to get to A, B, and C. But let's see how we could work aligned together, and achieve whatever we want to achieve. Do you get it? So they might give you money from the beginning. Also because it's that kind of stage. That stage, they'll be, feeding you with all
Yes,
these
all the
sweet
love
things,
is-
Because
all
they
the
want to
love.
woo you.
Exactly. So the moment they get you,
But we're
and
young.
the moment they get you,
We're
and
young,
you're
like
enjoying all
14,
these things,
15, you
Charlie-
know.
you get it. But I understand because for you to use that as a reference or as an example,
It really got to
it
her.
really
Really
got
got
to
to
you.
her.
Yeah,
Do you
it
get
really
it?
did.
And it looks like, Grace,
And
your previous
It has
starting
been like that.
very
I'm a
previous and
giver.
She has
recent-
gone to be used to that.
Yes.
I'm a
So-
giver, I've,
you get
I've,
it?
I've learned to be independent as a woman, like not to depend on a man.
Oh,
Exactly.
facts.
So I'm used to that.
Okay.
Whether you give me or
Which
not.
I think most women
Whether
should
you give
do.
me
Yes,
or not,
that's a
I
good
do
one,
not
but-
care. But then I expect you to,
We love love.
Yeah,
so
you
give
know.
me that love.
Some
Tell
flowers.
about me.
some flowers, once in a while you see a nice dress that you think is going to fit me, just get it from, because I do the same. That's who I am when I'm in a relationship with
love a
somebody.
girl.
Okay. Since you're on the
Exactly.
floor, let me start with you. Let's talk about the responsibilities, the do's and don'ts. Like, let's lay it down. What do you expect? What do you think your partner should give for you to know that, it's matching my energy, so I should be able to also give you that kind of energy? What from your perspective? What is it?
Okay, so with me, I feel like you should, communicate with me more. Not just communicate in a way that I would understand. Do you understand? Because if you are communicating and I'm unable to comprehend whatever that you're trying to communicate, it still brings us out to square zero. So, communicate in a way that I would understand. And then also I expect that I'm kind and I have empathy. Do you understand? I expect that when I'm going through something, you should understand me. Do you understand? Let's just say that I'm grieving someone. Do you understand? Maybe I've lost someone that I'm grieving. I expect that you'd, understand me enough to be there for me, encouraging me, giving me a shoulder to cry on and stuff like that. But if you are not giving me these things,
He's too busy.
it makes me
he's
feel
busy.
like,
Maybe he was
because
busy or
me as a person, I don't really evolve my relationship around money. I don't know. I'm more like, have time for me.
Okay.
Do you understand? Talk to me.
Your love language is time.
No, quality
And
time.
Quality
communication.
time.
Yeah,
Quality
you
time.
know,
Okay,
and
there is a
assure
difference
me,
between time and
Yeah.
quality
reassure
It's the same,
me,
so it's
like
quality
reassure
time,
me.
affirmation.
Do you understand and
Yes.
stuff like that? I don't really care about what you can do for me or not, in as much as it's nice. Of
Oh, is that
course,
you?
yes.
In
I
short,
am
it's-
such
like-
a lover
I'm like-
girl.
Is that you?
I'm a
short,
lover
your future
girl.
is bright.
I'm such a lover girl. I don't know. Do you understand?
Oh.
So because I know I'm a lover girl, I just don't enter into any relationship like that. I
Okay.
like to take my time and feel like this person is someone that I can build something with. So I really love to take my time. So,
Kwame,
yeah.
how about you?
Um,
Do's and don'ts, regulations. What's there? What's on the table?
See, as she said, it's all about communication. But I feel sometimes we take things too seriously. I understand know what you have for them. If it's just infatuation, if it's love or it's something you want to take serious. And aside that, let me go back to how we were, built.
How you
Ghanaians
were-
have some of us. Ghanaians
We're from the same factory.
yeah,
How we're
we
built.
have this dependency culture that we feel this person should do more. Let me use myself as an example. I grew up with my grandparents.
Okay.
I remember sometimes my grandmom would tell us that your grandfather didn't leave money today. I know he has money. So this is what we are going to do. We will eat. She will provide for us to eat. All right. But if he's coming home, we have to pretend we've not eaten. Cry. So we start crying, then grandpa will come, what happened? And we didn't eat it. So your grandmother wasn't able to get food for you. But what I was even talking about, my grandmom works. She works. She sells clothes and all that. So she was responsible to do that. But she felt
The grandpa was supposed to do
I
that.
feel how my grandpa started with her. Because I knew my grandpa to be very, he used to pamper my grandmom a lot.
Okay.
So I feel she saw that side of it, and like she doesn't see the need of using her money to do certain things for us. She feels it should be my grandfather doing, but that's not the case.
Okay. So like
So
most of
I
these
feel-
things, it's the fault of the other partner.
Yes. I feel it's the fault of the other partner. You should make it known. Let's understand each other that this is what we want to do. Are you okay? Even if time changes, we can still go back to what we said. And then it makes us, it kind of reminds us that this is what we started based on. But if you don't define the whole thing that you are in, and then you are living it by time, what happens next? In the future, things might end up going south for you.
Riza, you think we are our own enemies? We make these grounds that way, so our partners would be able to think that, even if you do not have, I think you should find ways and means to get it, because we didn't start that way. Is it our own fault? After that, then you come back to what's on your table.
Yeah, I think that it could be a factor, because at the end there's two people that are in a relationship. So if it's going to work or it's not going to work, it's up to both of you. You get it? So I think there's more of human relations basically, because how both of you communicate, how both of you align with things. Sometimes you shouldn't verbatively say that you be responsible for this, you should be responsible for that, but obviously that you will take care of certain things, the guy will take care of certain things, helping each other here and there. And I understand the fact that it's based on society, how society we've been brought up to be. We have this culture or tradition where the men are supposed to be doing this particular thing, and the women are supposed to do another thing, patriarchy and all that. But the thing is, at the end of the day, right now we are in a modern era where things keeps evolving.
No, that thing still exists though.
No,
and it's even worse now if you ask me.
There is an underlying thing. Like there's a thin line between it, because there are people who are still accustomed to those traditions.
Yes.
But in a modernized way. Do you get it? So they will expect that maybe their girlfriend will come and put food on their table, like serve them. When he's done eating, they come and take the bowl.
bowls
That's
are
like
Do you get it?
conservative culture.
Exactly.
It doesn't change.
You know, there are some people who are still accustomed to that, but there are others that are like, when you're done, the guy will just take the bowl and just go
I
and
can
wash
go
it
and wash
himself.
my bowl. Yes.
Do
You
it.
get
It's
it?
as easy as that.
Yeah, but
okay.
as things keeps evolving
Finish
and as keep
talking.
changing, I think it's all bound to both of you. What works for both of you?
Okay.
Do you get it? Because the moment you say that you are responsible for that and this is responsible for that, there will be no teamwork.
Yeah.
And I think it even works in working spaces and everywhere you go. If you are living with someone, even roommates back in uni, it's like if you say, okay, you do this, you do that, someone wants to wait for you to come and do it. They won't. Do you get it? So sometimes you don't need to say it, but how things are going to work for both of you, it should just be like that.
So that's the 50-50 we are talking about. Sharing responsibilities 50-50. And I don't think it's a healthy thing if you ask me. Because we are all supposed to do everything together. Grace, you
Yeah.
wanted to say something.
No,
When I was talking.
she made a point where she said that, and I just remembered a situation. I was talking to this guy, and then I think I'm one person that I'm very inquisitive, so I always want to know what happened, like explain, and then I think there was a certain situation, and then he was like, ne mama ne papa no cry no ne papa way like the dad was actually being
doing this,
abusive
okay.
or doing this
Oh.
thing, but the mom still. I was like, bro, what the?
Yeah.
So I was like, such a guy. Like that's the kind of mentality he has. So if let's just say that when his mom and his dad married, it was his mom who was, providing for the
Yeah.
family. He expects you as the
As a woman
woman
to
that
also
he's
do
with.
same.
Do you understand? So I was like, no, bro. I just
So that means
It's
that
okay.
the way the family you are brought up,
Yes.
the home you are brought up,
Yes.
in,
It plays
It
a
plays
role.
a
plays a
role.
role.
Yeah, it
and
plays a role.
which exactly it does, because the way what you saw is what you expect should happen to
Exactly.
you. But I feel we are human. As things keep changing, you should also be open-minded to learn to unlearn. You get it?
some people are not willing to
Lisa, you know what?
change.
You see what we are talking about? We've kind of grown out of certain culture, but grown strongly into it. Now we've evolved in a way that we feel men should be the sole providers. But if you think it in a way, like how we are talking about, if you think it in a way, the ladies are now giving it even more fire.
Yeah.
The narrative is being changed, but not truly changed.
Yeah.
They are now saying you should provide, like the last time we had with Hermes.
Yes.
She made it a point clear that a woman should provide, a man should provide solely. So I feel
And there
Which
are
I
those
think-
who
which I think is wrong.
there are those who
Yeah.
have that
Which I think is
mentality.
wrong.
If you take like
Yeah.
10 people,
Yeah.
you would have about 8 of them saying the other party, be
Should
it a
be
man or a
more.
woman, should do almost everything in the relationship.
No,
Yes.
that's wrong.
Just-
That's
just-
so wrong.
yeah, no.
That's even let's even move from society to even religion. Because scripture they said the man is the head of the house.
That's
It's
the
in people's
mentality
That's the
people said.
mentality.
that
But
they are
I
supposed
feel
to.
even
But
with what
I
scripture
feel-
said, it
no,
doesn't
what
necessarily.
the scripture was even saying
Yeah.
was the man leading.
Exactly.
Leading is like sheep. You always need the sheep needs a shepherd to guide them, and that's the role the man is doing. So it's not
Not in modern
necessarily, the man is trying to provide everything in the house. No, like come on, in today's era, like how much? See the economy right now.
And
You
they will
get it.
actually
Bro.
mock you with it. If you
Let's
are
just say your
able
boyfriend is making 2,000 or 3,000 a month.
Yeah.
Come on.
and
Yes.
and maybe you are making more, or you are even making the same amount,
Yeah.
2,000, 3,000. They
But
still
you
expect
him
Yeah.
to.
that
Do
the
like-
boyfriend at the end of the month after taking salary
Please,
should
man,
mandatorily
when you
send
meet kind
your
people,
man
don't
and
take
500.
advantage.
You get it?
Please.
What?
Why are you crying?
Why?
Why are you crying?
I
Why?
said, man, when you meet kind people, don't take
You
advantage.
know, see, let me give you something.
I'm-
People love to take advantage of people who love to provide.
Eh.
You're an emotional person. Being a Cancerian.
It looks like you've been
Let me
scarred.
paint here.
Eh?
Being a
Okay.
Cancerian.
I have been
Wait, wait,
scarred,
hold on,
but
Hold on,
Okay.
It looks like you've been scarred.
You see, like I
Yeah,
like
she-
to do
there's a
nice
lot of
things.
emotions
There
No,
is
like I
something
like
so
to do
much.
nice things
Yeah.
for people, and
They
sometimes
don't.
I just expect that you also do, a little nice thing for me.
The whole 50-50 thing, to me, if you ask me, I think it shouldn't be so. It should be
Yeah.
100 each.
Exactly.
Because I believe in, it's called a relationship, for God's sake. Like, you are my partner. So wherever I fall short, you're supposed to match that
like,
energy.
yes.
But I feel like in modern day, we've downplayed that so much and so good that most women and most men will feel like, I am solely for this. There is no way a man, 2024, some men would easily go into the kitchen and prepare something.
Are you talking about all men or some men?
I said some.
Or like
I said
yeah.
some. You are a chef, so that
No,
one
no,
there.
no, like,
and then
even
some
No.
people
No.
love some people
Chef.
love cooking and all that.
Yeah.
But Obibeka say your bane juma.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to even go. I can share
That
a
kind of
personal story.
yeah.
I know a friend, and she is saying that her husband, now husband, will tell you that ne mama say owo fufu a, or like if fufu or say denka benini like
Yeah, man.
a man is not supposed to pound fufu.
That's coming
Enti
from.
ne yere ne be ya woka no
Hey,
edi.
sir.
What you say? So with that kind of man, no, that is what sheshe. Oh, now you must say
I
your
never watched
role
it.
is this.
No, it's your
Yeah.
it's the nature and nature.
That's what I was
So
saying. Yeah.
even if you were told to do so, one kasa steady around. The pressure is too much. Can't you help? I feel it's an individual play. And yes, because of once this whole thing is dicey. If you want to go into it, it's dicey. I can come out with a strong point, say 100%, 100%. But Obi Beka say 90-10. But you understand? So I feel say Yankasa, we the individuals, what do we have to offer? So please, just try and make it more known. You people should be intentional about certain things.
Know what you're going in for.
Yes, know what you are. Bargain proper. So that tomorrow
It's a
it might-
bargain
yeah,
proper.
bargain
Yeah,
You
proper.
should do.
So that
In a
it won't
relationship.
Yeah,
affect you.
even from what you are saying.
Because
like,
it-
excuse me to say, Mekasa guy and I said, Jimmy Kaka.
Yeah.
Because you've gone to school, you're educated. Like, there are certain things you should let wisdom guide
Yes.
you. Do you get it?
So there is no
So-
way this person will enter the kitchen.
You see,
Hey.
it doesn't make sense.
Me
'Cause
that
I
like
feel-
pampering like that.
Okay. The 21st century like this, as we said, things are evolving, things are changing, and what you see today is not what you see tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's always that dynamic in everything. So as we that we are educated, we've gone to school. Even no go school, cry nim say, "Oh, minko kitchen kobwa." What you say? So there are certain things people need to just know. Enye bibia na say they are no
Yeah,
can.
control.
What I say? So in certain instances, say no. I'll say the guy is problematic. Like he has a problem.
I would
You
say
get
the
it?
guy.
And
yeah.
I feel that a lady should even be comfortable.
Exactly.
for
She
her
should even
saying
leave
it,
that
She
relationship.
should be comfortable saying it.
So
you know?
that was what I was trying to explain. So people have like put together that, and there are some women too that would be like, no matter what, I am coming for your money. You are financially, you're supposed to provide for
Entitlement.
everything.
Your
You get
Yeah.
it? Financially, yes. Because
much
I am doing this in the
Yeah.
relationship. You're supposed to also do this. And when you ask the cliche question, what do you bring to the table? Will be like, I'm carrying your baby. I am taking care of the
I'm the
child.
table. I'm the table.
So right now we have two tables. You and Hermes. Who is the table?
Who is the table?
No, but
Hey,
I think
but per my explanation, I think I'm the table because come on.
Wait,
no,
go.
I feel there's that thing is again it's funny. That concept is funny for me.
Yeah.
Is there
Because
like
there's-
one table?
There's nothing like what I bring
What
in
are
on
the
the
What
table?
are you bringing to that? Why
No, but
should you even ask?
even in friendships, there's a value you see in you that I want to be your
Yeah.
friend.
Yes.
There's a value someone is getting from each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the same in relationship. So me being in a relationship with you doesn't mean maybe of course I love you, but there's something in you that I see that I'm learning from.
Yeah.
Because there's always that rub off of you, of something from you on
On
me,
me,
and me
vice
from
versa.
you know,
Yeah,
vice
vice
versa.
versa.
Do you get it? So I don't see the need of that table thing, but it's about what we are learning from from each other, what I'm getting from each other. Do you get it? At the end of the day, I need to get value from you. If I'm not getting anything, like,
I mean, what's it?
What's the
I
point
hate
of
it.
being? Exactly.
Like,
I'd rather
bro.
be on the single life and be on the streets.
Is that why
And
you're
chill.
still single?
You said?
Is that why you're still single?
Well,
Some guys
maybe
are too feminine.
I've not seen that guy yet.
Some guys
So
are
when I
just
that
too
guy?
feminine.
That's
Like,
it. Oh.
Explain. Tell us, who is that guy? Maybe someone is watching and could be.
Oh no, I don't have like certain qualities, or obviously I know I have the qualities I want the guy.
But don't
to,
say it.
No,
don't
of
say it,
course
say
I'm
it.
not
Don't
going to
say
it. No, I'm
Say
not
it.
going
Sis,
to
don't
say
say
it.
it.
Say it.
Don't
No, I'm
say
not
it.
going to
Why?
say it.
Why?
Why?
Because
Why must we
there
say
are
it?
certain
You
things.
might-
No,
you might
there are
have your
certain things.
potential
There are certain
husband
things.
watching you
Obviously,
right
I
now.
look out for in a man, and if I meet that man, I'll see it. And if
Yeah.
I see it and I like it,
If she
I'll
says-
You go for it. Exactly. Some
Oh,
people
she's
can
kind of, I
pretend. They
feel-
can pretend to be
Yeah,
what
they'll
you
come
want,
in.
and then.
yo,
They
So
come
so
in.
don't, now we are not saying
We won't
it.
say
We
it.
won't say it. Be yourself. Figure it out.
You see,
That's the problem. That's the problem.
You see this whole mentality about sexism. Say,
No, no, no,
ladies
no,
should-
no,
That's
no, no,
not
no.
sexism.
No, this is
See, with,
not.
with no, can't BB say some men are too
They will pretend.
Feminine.
Others are being alpha and all that. See, these are things that when you look in for, trust me, you won't get whoever. When you'll be a bebo.
No. See, I
how you were all
think,
about the alpha
like she
thing
said,
and
it's
all
per
that.
the qualities I'm looking for in a
Yeah.
partner. Do you understand? So let's just
can-
say
you can
that I'm
change it
looking for
sometimes,
a
you know.
man that I can
Yeah.
actually learn from.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
looking
because
for a
if-
man that, like I said, when I'm going through something, he can
person will
advise
support you,
me and then support.
Use your microphone.
Do you understand? Everyone and what they are looking for in a partner. So let's just say that, and it depends on the percentage you are giving to this particular quality you are looking for. Let's just say,
percentage in account.
of course,
Oh,
to
that-
me
Like caring,
personally,
10%.
Expectations,
no,
Easy,
like
50%.
Ebia me
No,
probia
but
or very caring. What I say, I don't care whether he's taking care of me, he's doing anything for me. I don't care. As long as he cares for me, I'm okay. Someone they want someone they can learn from.
Okay.
Do you understand? So when they meet someone they can learn from and they are not necessarily providing for them, they are okay.
All right.
Because they
that's
feel
a
like
problem. If you are being with someone you're not learning from, I feel personally, I
like-
feel that's a problem.
it's a problem.
You know, people go into relationship for various
Various
reasons.
reasons,
yeah,
So
facts.
some people are not into learn. They
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
something that
I love someone I
Probably
can
just
actually
hold the
learn from.
physique.
Do you
Yes.
understand?
You know, those are like funny reasons why you should even go into a relationship.
it will shock
It will
you.
shock
The
you.
kind of funny reasons
Some
why
people
go
pink
into
lips.
it.
Like, you understand?
Pink lips.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody will
lips.
say your morning voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I just
it
want to
gives
call
her-
you and say,
Oh,
Oh,
my
Some
God.
people just
Are
your
you
lips or your legs
serious?
and all that.
See.
Those are not reasons.
you are saying pink
Facts.
lips.
Some girls just have funny reasons why they get attached to someone. So, yeah.
And I think it's also vice versa.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy
Yeah.
Guys too.
will see Arsenal.
They don't like this
Yeah,
one.
Manchester.
God, why?
We see
small baby.
Arsenal and then you see Manchester.
Come on now.
Yours is
Now
Manchester.
it looks
Division
like
two.
the guys.
It's all about the preference. It's all about the preference.
Grace will be like Manchester Division 2, like second team, team B.
Ish.
You get it?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. So don't feel less of yourself. You are a big Grace set.
There was a
Yeah,
conversation I was
Grace, man.
having with a friend some days back, and it was still about this 50-50. So he said that if you have, let's say, you get married to your husband,
Yeah.
like if I get married and I have a house, my husband doesn't have a house, and then we stay in my house, am I
Who's
going to
supposed to
allow
pay
the guy
rent?
to pay rent?
Come on.
And I was like, no.
Some will actually
Why
take
would you
credit.
think
Yes.
like that? It's
Oh,
your
actually
house.
take-
It's,
Fine.
it's both of us, our house. Even though it's in my name, obviously the men's ego will let them go and
It's the
get
ego.
get a different place and all
Exactly.
that.
You are bruising
But-
it.
Exactly. But
And
at
you
the
know,
end of
with
the
this
day,
responsibility
it's a
thing, I
union.
think it has to do with ego because there are some
Of
men
course,
that
there's
they
ego.
want to provide for their women. They just want you to be a
they
princess.
feel
No.
they feel
want you to be a queen and then you just enjoy.
that kind of feeling. They feel like if
makes
they
you
do
feel
it,
like you're a
they
man.
are
I did it. I bought her
Nigga.
this.
It makes you
Like,
feel like you're a man.
calm
You
down.
don't need support.
Exactly.
Like
I've
yo,
met someone like that before, though.
eh,
Yes.
it's
We
all
want
about
to
the
share with us.
individual.
But Superman is even
Oh.
a fiction.
You
It's
can
not
say
a real,
it-
yeah, it's a
exactly.
fiction. It's not like a real character.
I feel what we are taking in on social media is doing us a lot of harm.
Yeah.
Because someone can just fix the camera right now and say whatever
Pretend.
they feel.
Yeah.
And then, funny enough, some
Off
people
camera,
also-
they will be crying.
Charlie, that's package, you know.
They'll be like, men should provide, but then off camera, they're the ones providing.
I know.
So I feel we should limit our intake on the internet and how people are defining their relationship outside.
And explain experience. Have the experience for yourself and learn within your own experience.
It's funny your friend has that mentality with the rent thing, but let me ask you, and anyone can take this. What are the responsibilities when it comes financially? What should a man take in a relationship? What should a woman take in a relationship? And I will say a man's money is our money. A woman's money is her money.
It's money.
A relationship. It's not marriage or relationship.
Well, marriage can be
Marriage,
relationship. Friends, it's still a relationship.
Or situationship.
Every ship is a ship.
Situationship.
Hello? So in a relationship, let's start from Grace.
Oh no.
You see, when before we even started, we were having this conversation.
Yeah.
And I felt that maybe when it comes to like school fees, the man should pay for it. Then the woman,
100%.
Yeah, the woman will support. The man should pay. The woman will support.
At what time?
At the time the man doesn't have money or is not financially capable to pay during that time.
Okay.
But the woman should support. The reason being is, aside the whole society and leadership, I feel the child, even though the child is our responsibility, fees is like more of the man. Because
This looks masculine.
No, it's not. It doesn't look masculine. It doesn't look masculine. Yeah. No, but it's that kind of that feeling. Well, I don't want to say it's a feeling. Yes, but the man wants to, take care of their children.
Okay.
Like, I'm the one paying her fees or his fees. Do you get it? But any other things in terms of light bills, rent and everything, you could share and pay, support.
Kwame?
I feel same, but with what she said that paying school fees should solely be for the man. Yes.
And the woman support.
Thank you. So women should support, but let's take it to doing the house chores as well, like performing house chores. Sometimes.
We'll come there. We'll share responsibility there.
And as I said, in responsibility.
Then we'll finance part.
Finance part. I feel that's what it should be. Men should, take certain lead roles, like paying your child's school fees. Coming from me, a guy, I feel I will feel very good doing that. If I'm incapacitated doing that, then that should be a question to me. It will actually question my ego as a man.
Really?
Yes.
Can I ask a question? What's with this ego of men?
It's not with everybody actually, but you finish.
With me, I feel if I don't do it, I don't feel fulfilled.
Why?
Really?
Funny
Why?
enough, it's
Why?
the mindset, but that's how it is.
They feel like they
Do
failed
you
in
think
life.
the mindset could change?
It could change. It could
Will it change? Will you
when
allow
Exactly.
it to
When
change?
your
Will you allow it
spouse
to
is
change?
understanding enough,
When the what?
your spouse
Okay.
is understanding. You say mostly say if I'm kind of feeling some way be about doing certain things, and you being the woman tell me, "Oh, Kwame, don't worry, it's fine. It's because you're in this situation. It's going to get better."
Yeah.
I feel encouraged. But if I think my wife is going to say, "Hey," and I'm college school fees say doing China,
Yeah.
so it's all about that. So it feels like it has been bruised.
Okay.
So I would try my best
So
to do it. And even if you are doing it, kind of giving me, I'm not man enough to do that, but you are doing. But if you understand me proper, I feel okay. After all, Ajua is not even concerned too much.
So why
about
should
me.
it be on the woman to trigger your ego?
That is why you are my helper.
No, but I feel you should, like, the ego is something that's already there.
Yeah.
Do you get it? You don't need a woman to trigger any ego.
No.
You both need to humble yourself.
It's not,
No, to be honest, like, you both also
I
need to
get
humble
you.
yourself
I get you.
for the women. Don't feel like you're entitled to. It's because of that ego or that feeling you have, but you need to, like, calm down.
I feel that's what society has made it.
No, it's not supposed to be
Well,
like
it
that.
has.
Kwame.
Growing
Society
up,
always has a role to play
Yeah.
when we are, with our livelihood and everything. Society has a huge role.
True.
But I feel men need to calm down. They need to humble themselves.
Risa, so growing up, I'm from this a typical aware home, and then certain things, if you don't do it, they'll question your masculinity.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's just about the experience we had and the whole Ghana in general. Because I remembered, Papa was here. I know Papa into your school fees.
Yeah.
So it has
it's
gotten
like
that toll
going
on
out
us.
with a guy, like on a date, and you go in the
Who is
waitress,
supposed to,
the bill, they give it to the man. You know, because they think you going on that date is the man that is paying. And maybe both of you are actually split it.
True.
Or
So
she decides
just
to
put
bring
the
you on a
bill
date,
on the table. Whoever
But then
takes
if you
takes
study,
it.
they'll bring it straight to the guy that you are the one paying.
They always.
It's quite funny, but that's what
Yeah,
is
society.
happening. Yeah.
Grace, how about you? We've not taken your word for it until one kind. Finance wise, who's supposed to take responsibility?
The lover girl.
Mr. Lover,
Those
Lover,
who do it
Mrs.
too.
Lover,
Mrs.
Lover.
Lover.
Well, financial wise, like I said from the very beginning, everything should be 100%.
Okay.
Giving your all so that the man too can give in his all. Do you understand? If along the line he's unable to, let's say, cater for either the bills, let's just say rent, the child's fees or anything, you, the woman, you just have to step in. And I feel like that also depends if the woman has something doing for herself. Because if she's not working, let's just say if she's a stay-at-home wife or she's a girlfriend who isn't working, how do you expect her to
provide?
Do you understand?
No,
And I think
kidding.
sometimes it has to do with the men that the woman is with. Do you understand? Because there are some men that when you are dating them or you are married to them, they prefer you not to work.
Are you putting the blame on us?
No, what she's saying makes sense.
No. I'm just.
Men
disagree,
who say
yeah.
just sit home
Sit
for me,
home.
I'll provide.
Do you understand?
It comes back to what I said.
And this is life. Anything can happen. You can lose your
You can
job.
lose your job, yeah.
Money can burn. House can burn. And then when it
misfortune.
happens, and then the woman is not capable, what do you do? So I believe like it should be 100%. Do you understand? Giving your all. And Kwame made a point where he was like, "Oh, the woman will be like, and I want to collect school fees." And it brings me back to the one of what do I say? No situations, but one of the things that I look out for in a man. That is someone with empathy and sympathy. Do you understand? And someone who is
Those are
kind.
key to you.
Yeah,
Because
it's
you
like she keeps saying that.
Because
I'm
when
empathic,
you
I have
have
sympathy.
empathy, you would
Potential
understand
husband,
that.
are you there? Are
Do you understand?
watching?
You'd understand that. Oh, so you be kind with your words. Oh, honey, I understand. It's okay. Even if it doesn't want you to pay, just tell. Oh, I'm giving it to you as a loan. Do you understand? Me
Grace-
personally, that
Grace
is what I
makes
do.
relationship look easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
She makes
It looks like.
Do you
But
understand?
let me say this categorically. Any woman out there, and if your man tells you to leave whatever you have to do
Don't.
to stay at home, please don't.
Why?
Don't.
Why should you?
Oh.
No, why shouldn't
Why
they?
should you be dependent on a
No,
man?
you
You
shouldn't.
shouldn't be.
Independent.
No, it's not about
that's
independence.
in the ladies.
No, but it's about the woman doing something for her own and the man doing something for his own. Because you
Himself,
don't know
yeah.
what could happen.
Exactly.
As she said, when the man loses his job, now financial burden will be on who? And that's when you actually see the character of the man and you see the character of the woman. There's this quote by Luther King where he was saying that to know the actual, I can't paraphrase it, but it meant that to know the actual character of someone is during crisis or during challenges.
Yeah.
And that's where you get to know the actual
Personality in there.
in there. So that one, I'll say categorically, if you're a woman out there and if any man tells you to leave whatever you're doing
And stay home.
and
take care of the kids.
please run.
It's a trap.
It's
Run,
a trap.
no. Come
It's
and
a
ask
trap,
me.
eh?
Run.
Run.
Hey.
It's true, because putting your woman in such position, what if tomorrow, what if someone better than you comes and you are unemployed,
No, but you
you are
said
laid
you want
off?
And
princess
you
treatment.
know
want
that
princess
Let's think about the
some men are
future.
actually
Soft life.
so
Grace.
weak.
Grace.
You know,
Soft life.
You
some
said you
men
want
are
soft
so
life.
weak to the point that they feel when their woman is working or she's doing better than them, they feel how do I put it?
It's still ego.
Intimidated.
Intimidated.
Oh, those people, they are not part
Do you
of
understand?
They are not
Chauvinist.
men. They are not men.
Yeah.
So
but I know there are
leave them.
such people. You
Yes,
know that,
yes,
right?
There are
There's this.
plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty, even in our time. Trust me, all these men going about say, see, I don't know. I find all these men who kind of downplay women that I just don't know. I just find it.
But interesting enough,
concerned.
there are some men that even can't approach, women that
That
in
are
high
st-
spaces
yes.
or are very
It's just
and
Yeah.
very independent.
Yeah.
They can't really. Again,
I can
That's the
attest
more
to
reason
that.
why most successful women are single.
I can
Because
attest to
most
that.
men are like,
Because
No,
I
because
I remember
they-
recently I was talking to one guy. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've actually known this guy for like a while.
Give us all
Like
the
last
gist.
year.
last
okay?
year.
I started talking to this guy, and then fast forward, I came on PM Extra, and then after PM Extra ended, and then I think when news about my breakup, and so
Break up with who, Bebelino?
Oh, yes.
It was so
Yes.
beautiful. What
yes,
happened?
but
Please,
sometimes
open
life
up and
happens, and it's right there. And then
Kwame
we
said
we
he's trying to
started
poke.
talking again, and then I
like-
think he made a post, and I was replying to
Okay.
his post about when a man sees the one. Like when a man realized
Yes,
this is the
this
one, I
is
was
the
like,
one.
hey, oh no. And it was like I fall like me falling under that category, right? And I was like, and so I asked him to explain, and he was like, oh,
He gave you the green light.
it was like he has always liked me,
Yeah.
but he feels
You
intimidated.
are
I
too
was like,
big.
Yeah.
come
You
on,
are
bro.
big
Now
person.
she's
No, this was
Yeah.
before.
The
No,
profile- the
like
profile
this.
is-
This
It's
was
gone
before
high.
the fame even came.
And now the fame has arrived.
And personally, that is one thing that I've been,
Chasing.
like I've been having issues or challenges with, because men see me and then they are unable to, tell me how they feel. And later on, when we become, they are like, oh, I liked you, but I'm like, but what? Maybe I also liked you, but you weren't smart enough to, tell me that you
Yeah.
liked me.
Intimidation.
So don't feel intimidated. Sometimes it's not even about you having money, but
But you know,
your appearance.
Yeah. I know sometimes, again, this is about fame.
Yeah.
Because you have fame, like you've gotten the fame or you're famous because of PM Extra. So they feel like your love life and all that is out there.
It's out there.
And
so,
people are also not ready
who
to
is
any
Grace
drama.
dating?
Exactly.
I swear to God.
to be out there with you,
Yeah.
because again the relationship will be out there.
Mm-hmm.
So they just need to know where you could be famous, but there are certain things that are
You
bit
can
private
do
to
that.
keep to
Yeah.
yourself. So maybe until you do that, maybe they will approach
I
more.
mean,
Because I want to
Like
be,
they open up
on.
I
more.
want to be comfortable enough to take you to an amusement
Without.
park
Yeah.
without people poking their
Shooting,
cameras
yeah.
out to film what Kwame is doing with
Yeah.
Grace.
Or hashtagging
Or,
something already,
hashtag
you understand?
I've seen Grace here.
Yes.
You get it. So those are maybe some of the things that. Now let's
That
come
is
back
a
to
problem.
the
Yeah,
chores,
to
please.
the chores.
Let's come back to the chores. In the house, we're done with finance, and I think all of us believe that the man should take the lead and the woman can support halfway. Which I have my reservations when it comes to that. But let's go on. Let's go on. Chores. If you're Jumae, whose responsibility is it?
It is the
I'm
woman.
interested in that
I
one.
put it to them.
You put
that
it
they
to
should
who?
Wash. No, easy. I'm just kidding. I put it to them that they should wash the bowls and mop and clean the house.
He's just being sarcastic.
I feel it should be a both-sided thing, 50-50.
Exactly. Yeah.
You nearly made Grace
Yeah, no,
take.
do like this, do like
Because
this.
as for that part,
It's irritating, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Imagine your wife is pregnant
Can you imagine?
or she's sick. And
Then
you're
you're
sitting
still
in your
insisting
comfort
that she should come and
that
cook for
go
you.
and cook, go and do this. It's even cute seeing like that happen. You being a
so
man entering the
cute.
kitchen, cooking, serving her and all that. I feel it's 50-50. It's just 50-50 for me. You can do it, I can do it. If I'm not too tired, imagine going to work, being too tired, coming back and baby.
But she too, she went to work.
No.
She too, she went to work.
No, I'm just saying in a situation where your job is flexible. Let's say you're a makeup artist and you've not traveled and all that.
Hello.
I'm coming. No, wait.
Okay,
Onto
finish.
Make her finish before you
Finish.
come for me.
You see how Risa looked at you?
Right.
See, like
Again.
you be makeup artist
Uh-huh.
and just wait to crime. You went to work and you've closed. You are home at 4, and then I came back from work at 8, and then you're saying you're tired. So Kwame, go and do this. With that instance, you are not being fair. Let's say it's weekend. You are washing. I'm rinsing. I went to do this. I went to do that. Change the baby's diapers and all that. So it's just 50-50. There's no strict rules when it comes to responsibilities
Yeah.
in the house. It
Yeah.
should be easy.
Yeah.
Who is available at that time to do it.
Yeah.
And if people feel you are dirty enough to keep your rooms messy, then just sit there.
He's
and
like,
watch.
Mami Sage when he was on PM Extra. Talking about those cleaners.
Yeah,
There was
the
an
Banku
episode where,
aunties.
he was talking a lot. Anyway, so I was...
Oh, is that how I was talking? Oh, no,
No, when you were the head of house,
Okay,
you
then
were being firm, like giving them rules to follow and all
women,
that.
Men shouldn't
Like,
scrub.
no
and
one
all
is
that.
going to cook here. Everyone is going to eat that banku in the fridge. Like, that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
thing.
true,
Yeah.
That's the kind of husband he'll be.
No.
You should
See,
be straight and fair.
Yes.
You know.
But I'm very
But-
soft, actually. Very cool.
Please,
I will
please.
do all that. Ask
Yeah.
them. I cook for them. I do all
How
that for
many are
them.
they that we should ask?
But
Don't
okay,
implicate
let's-
yourself
You know
like
what?
that.
with a house chores like this, I think it's also as and when what you know you're good at, you do it, you get it, but you help each other. But let's see, there's a scenario when maybe the woman doesn't know how to cook,
Oh.
okay, but the guy cooks.
Okay.
What will be your this thing? What will you say to that?
Okay.
So who's supposed to cook in that scenario?
Exactly.
Okay, so wait. So she doesn't know how to
Yeah,
Like
'cause
yourself.
there's
Like
some
yourself.
women-
I'm busy.
Yeah, like there's
You
some
are a
women.
chef
Yeah.
and you've gone to marry
No,
James.
not
Some women
even
chef-
if he's a chef.
Yeah.
He's not a chef. But the thing is, the woman doesn't cook. So let me not scratch it. Maybe she knows how to do cook, but she can't cook like the way you
You
would like to
cook,
enjoy or cook.
It's as
You get it?
simple.
So because there are some men that, or even society will even be against the woman if the woman is not able to cook. You get
Yes,
it?
yes, yes.
But in that situation,
What would you do?
what will you do?
I feel it's simple. If I'm too busy and you're too busy, okay, weekends, we'll cook together, store it in the freezer.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so for
if
the
we
whole
have
week.
soup, for the whole week. So if we have maybe a soup in the fridge, if I come back first, I'll prepare maybe a swallow for it
Okay.
or rice for it or stew.
Alright.
Exactly.
So a scenario when maybe it's a Saturday, boys are coming home, and you are in the kitchen cooking for the boys.
And
It's
the wife
fine.
is there.
See, I don't see anything wrong with
You
it.
know,
They will laugh
but
at
be
you.
honest, reality.
Yes.
When let's say your male friends come over, and instead of your maybe girl or wife being in the kitchen cooking for
So
you know,
uh-huh.
and you are the one in there cooking, how will you feel?
No, I can't
Be
be in
genuine.
there cooking. No, wait. I can't even be there cooking alone. What
Okay.
are you doing? Sleeping? What's my
she'll
friends?
join
are
you.
Obviously,
okay,
she'll
okay.
join you.
So I that's how we love it in the town.
Yeah.
Join me. Let's do it together. Let it be fun. After that, I'll surely finish up and go and join
And you
my
no,
boys.
but you don't care what your friends will say.
No, I wouldn't care.
Okay.
I'm someone with a strong opinion. I don't
Who
think
cares
my
about
boys
what
will be
someone
doing
has
Okay.
to say?
Grace, how
Right.
about you with chores and all that? Who
To
takes
me, let me just be
responsibility?
very honest.
Be honest with me.
I don't really like chores like that too.
Hey.
Facts.
It's not like I really love to cook.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I love to cook.
Yeah, I
but
like
you know,
to eat.
I love to cook. As for the cooking, I love to cook. But you know,
want you
it's not
support
just
like that.
about
We are
cooking.
eating.
Sometimes you have to scrub. You have to.
Yeah.
That's where the problem is. For the cooking, I can do it all the time. Do you understand? But
Washroom is dirty.
when the washroom and
Uh-huh.
then you have to wash bowls, I expect that the man should help.
Okay.
Help.
Just help.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Help.
Makes sense.
But yeah, besides
But wait,
that-
oh.
That's why they always go out, like they get helps to come in to help
If
them
you
with
can't
that
do
one.
it, just
Yes,
get house
just
help.
get
So
Yes.
everything will be
professional
simple.
Exactly.
and-
Because they're
Scrubbing
cleaning,
and all
they're
that.
scrubbing. Someone can come and do it, and then you do
Yeah.
your
Yes, and
cooking.
pay them and
Exactly.
it'll be okay.
Like-
Even the food cry, you can still order.
Order. But
Charlie-
there are those who've
See,
made it
life
their
is that
business to
easy.
cook.
Yeah.
Civilization
Exactly.
abo into
So
no.
let's make
We
life
don't have to
easy than-
stress. Now it's one now you are using your hand to.
We now where we they do on our body.
Meanwhile, there's a washing
Yeah,
machine and
washing
a
machine
dryer.
and all that.
A dishwasher to save day.
Can you
Oh,
imagine?
Charlie.
Those who do not like
Please, if you can,
Food
if you
processors
can
day.
afford the comfort,
Buy
it.
buy
See,
it.
Buy
soft
it.
life all day, every day.
Soft life queen.
So that's why we
Oh,
should
soft
just work
life.
for the
queen.
money.
No, but honestly,
Work
there
for
are
the
those who also believe that I need to see you use your hand.
Yes.
Please, me,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
stay away from
slavery.
such a man. I
No,
beg
but-
you.
Yeah, that's
That's
slavery though.
slavery.
Because
If you're a man like that, I'll stay away from
It
you.
makes,
you know,
it
there are
makes
some
them,
men they always want like fresh food every day.
Yes.
Like every
don't
day
eat
that-
stale
they don't
food.
eat stale
Yes.
food. They want
Yeah.
fresh food
Yeah,
every
that's
single
true.
day.
As for me, Grace, like this, I'll not marry such a man.
If your man they understand you enough, say, I'm eating fresh food every day, but today you are tired, I'll pardon you, fine. But if you are
No,
home,
you pardon me. What do
Fresh
you mean
food
by
every
pardon?
day.
Okay.
Yo,
See, you're on your own.
was your
on
mom
yourself.
cooking
You're not
fresh
going to
food
say
for you
one
every
thing
day?
for
Was your
you.
mom
Use
cooking
your
fresh
words.
food for you every day?
no, the thing is that which I said that if you're home every day,
So you have to cook every day.
Well, she will not be home every day. She would.
I'm just saying, in a situation, say, why shouldn't you cook?
No, but why should I? There are some days I don't feel like cooking and I want to cook.
Just call me and tell me that.
There are even days you don't feel like having homemade
Obviously, that's
meals.
where the communication
order
comes in.
So,
but the thing is, the underlying factor is it's not every day that I must cook.
Well,
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Even though I'm a stay-home wife, I shouldn't every day cook. If there are days I don't feel like cooking, I'm not gonna cook.
so you just go and buy food.
No, I'll just communicate. Kwame, today I'm not cooking. So what are we going to eat? Are we going out or are we buying out? But it's not a must.
It's about the understanding.
Exactly.
But
and the
even
communication.
then, oh yeah, then we fear.
Menye.
What did they do like that?
At the bed.
The
At
way
the
I'm
bed.
folded my hands, I'm
At the
just
bed.
watching Kwame.
No, Kwame.
Kwame, you're on your own. Tell him
I'm not fighting this one for
What do
you.
you mean by what am I doing at home?
What are you doing at
Stop.
home?
No, do you know what
Stop,
it takes to
stop.
even take care of the home?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kwame, you're on your own.
Charlie.
As for this
See,
one, dear, please.
No, because the moment you ask me that question, I'll tell you I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
And that sleep, I need it.
I'm
Because you are tired.
resting.
Come on.
Exactly.
What's your zodiac sign again?
I'm
Zodiac
Capricorn.
sign in yes, Kwame.
What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, there's nothing.
Capricorn and Aries, we can't work it.
Oh, see you.
Guys, let's wrap up. Let's
Yes,
wrap up.
yes.
So,
So-
with a 50-50 relationship and everything, you guys are saying it's not really a thing.
Yeah.
Lisa,
Yeah.
30
No.
seconds each. Everybody will take 30 seconds. Let me start. Let me start with Grace. You've not said much. In wrapping up.
It's the staring for me, though.
The bombastic side.
And wrapping up, continue.
And wrapping
Shiva.
up,
What
what
we
would you go in for a 50-50, or you still think
No,
Come with
100%
application
to
level,
100%. Yes.
100%?
Yes. I'll give in my all. I expect you to give in your all.
John Legend. Let's
Match
go.
my energy. Yeah.
Give your all to
To
me.
me, because I'm giving my all to you.
Well, I think both parties should support each other as and when it comes. Don't be entitled and don't give any percentage to anything. It's a union and it's a partnership together. So stay together, support each other, and do everything together.
Kwame.
Yeah, I feel let's stop sharing roles
Yeah.
in the house. Let's just stop those role play. If
Wait,
capable
role play is important. Let's keep that one. But
No.
let's stop sharing roles. Please, you know
Well,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Matthias, yeah.
Role play.
But-
Okay.
But then still, I feel it should be.
Instead of not getting.
Yeah.
Matthias, yeah, Matthias, what can I say?
Hey.
It's just 50-50 for me. If you are able, do it. If you
Okay.
are not, I'll try and do it. I'll just adjust. So communication, one, know what you are going in for.
And sacrifice.
Right,
Yes,
right,
sacrifice.
Charlie. Risa, thank you so much for passing
Welcome.
through.
Welcome.
Big Great Set. Thank you so much.
I've one thing to tell you. Stop being too much emotionally invested in them.
No. Don't tell her not to.
No.
do that.
Like, did you see from what you said earlier?
What did I say?
Boom.
She
Emotions
has said a
no
lot
fun.
of
Fun easy. She's
That's her.
I get you, but then if you keep doing that, trust me, you'll be taken advantage of.
No, I feel
No one
You
can
will
take
get someone,
advantage
yeah.
of
I
me.
feel it's her experience.
Yes.
It'll get to a point she'll be firm.
Well,
Yeah. At least
I don't
and you
think
see all
anyone
these
knows.
things, she said a lot. She's learned from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she knows what she wants.
she wants.
She knows better.
She has a good heart.
But I'll still be kind though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Kindness.
You know, people don't
reigns.
like kind people. Be wicked sometimes.
I can't be
that
wicked.
kind
Even
of-
if I try, I couldn't be wicked.
Be Jezebel a little bit. Guys, tell us what you guys think of
wickedness.
Jezebel. Like,
Take your thing. Take your thing. Take your thing.
Tell us what you think on social media. Let us know. Would you keep a 50-50 relationship, or you would like to share responsibility, or keep everything 100? Let this person do this. Let that person do that. My name is KING Kweku Mensah. I did this together with.
Kwame Sage. Kwame.
We'll catch you in another episode, Charlie.